So it's not for everybody in the company. It's for the people who are customer experience professionals. So basically the people who are employed to understand, improve and manage customer experiences. Those people, that's who my training is for. Now, if you want customer service training, if you want, there's other people that do that. I'm not one of those people. I can put you in touch with those people, but that's not me. My training is specifically for people who have to understand, improve and embed and manage customer experience in an organization. But again, it's not for every type of organization. When it comes to the types of organizations that want to focus on customer experience, you tend to have two types of companies. You have companies that are quite happy being average. Now, that's not an insult. For lots of companies, being consistently average is a very smart strategy. Because, I mean, you know, to find a company that consistently just delivers an average experience is actually quite rare nowadays. But for some companies, they need to do things differently. They need to disrupt. They need to innovate. They need to be the leaders in a market by doing things differently. The best companies in the world don't become the best companies in the world by doing the same as everyone else, but better. They become the best companies in the world by doing things differently. Now, you know your company better than I do. If you are the sort of company that's happy being consistently average, my training's not really going to work for you guys. But if you are the sort of company that when you are transforming CX, you want to do things differently, you want to lead the market, you want to disrupt, you want to innovate, then my training is good for you because that's who it's been specifically designed for. What I want to do is give tools and techniques that allow you to create next practice, to allow you to create things that haven't been created yet. I don't want to show you, hey, this is how this company do it. Hey, this is how this company do it. This is what they do. Steal from them. What I want to say is, hey, here's how this company thinks about it. Here's how this company approaches it. How can you then use that to create something that has never been done before? So that's where my training is different. Again, so as you can see from the conversation, it's not for everybody, but for the people who it is for, it's very good. It's 3 days. 2 of those days are learning days. 1 day is a presentation day. So the way it works is, I don't believe that an exam is the best way to demonstrate understanding. I think it's the best way to demonstrate that you've got a good memory, which is fine. But the way we do it isn't that way. We immerse you into a case study. And it's an Amazon case study because Amazon are good at customer experience. And we learn tools and techniques and frameworks and mindsets that they use to approach customers. Not just Amazon, it's from lots of different companies around the world, like Amazon, like Emirates Airlines, like BMW, like Disney, Adobe, Lego, some real like top guys. And so you learn not what they do, but how they think about what they do. And you apply that thinking to the problem and opportunity that you've been given. So you're immersed into this case study and you create your own solution. The way you get accredited is you have to deliver that back. You have to deliver the presentation as if you're delivering it to a sponsor, for example. But you have to talk through the 14 steps of the method that you get taught. You say, this is what we did and this is why we did it. This is the result. This is what we did. This is why we did, and talk through why you did it. Now, the nice thing about the method is that the output of the first thing becomes the input to the second thing. The output of the second thing becomes the input to the third thing. So it's a logical chain, a logical sequence to go through, to go from knowing nothing to having an ideal experience that will deliver your customers' needs and successful outcomes. Maximum class size is 12. That's just to make sure that everybody gets the best experience possible. Minimum class size is 4. The method is 14 steps and 3 stages. The 3 stages are understand, improve, embed. So the first one is about understanding who your customers are at a deep level, at a psychographic level, not at a demographic level, but at a psychographic level, understanding who they are, not what they are. And then segmenting your customers by those things. Then understanding what their expectations are, understanding what their successful outcomes are, then understanding the real needs that need to be delivered, not wants, but needs. Then once you understand that stuff, you can move on to the next stage, which is improve. You can improve the experience to make sure that it delivers those things. There's no point improving an experience until you know what you need to deliver. So it's about radically improving an experience to deliver on those successful outcomes and needs. There's a cool little formula we use to really push people's thinking to the next level. It's my favourite part of the training. It's all around innovation, experience innovation. And then the embed part is understanding the way that we organise ourselves in business is not geared up for customer success. It's geared up just to make things easier for us internally. It's very inside out. It's not outside in. We, segregate people by department, because it's easier to manage people who happen to have the same skill set than put people together whose skills and core competencies are best suited to deliver ideal experiences. So it's talking about how to put together experience teams that are all focused around the delivery of a successful customer outcome, where everybody in the experience team, no matter what their job title, no matter what their role or responsibility, they're all actually working together for the delivery of that successful outcome. So we talk about that. And then we talk about measurement, which is not NPS. Now, the measurement we talk about, it's the CX6. So this is basically the way it is. In most really good experiences, you tend to have 6 key elements, and they are easy, fast, convenient, trackable, personalised, and predictive. 6 things that you tend to find in all really, really good experiences. So it is subjective, just like NPS is subjective, just like CSAT is subjective. All of it's subjective, but if you're going to use a subjective measure, you at least use a good one. So the point of it is being able to look at it yourself internally and say, well, okay, how does this measure against easy, fast, convenient, trackable, personalised and predictive? They're the 6 elements that we look at to measure the experience. And then you can measure the improvement. You understand who your customers are and their successful outcomes. You redesign the experience to make sure it delivers those things, and then you work on embedding it through the team structures and the way that you measure it. And we're also including the Roxy thing as well, the return on experience investment. Yeah. There was an assumption that people knew how to do that sort of stuff, and it became very clear very quickly that people don't know how to do it. So it's a case of, right, okay, we've got to put that in as well. So that's being included literally from this point forward.